Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Let's get straight to it. Everyone's always wanting to apply for Chase. Everyone's always talking about it. Let's do it. All right. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the different data points that you need to make sure you have before you click on apply on a Chase business credit card. Okay. Stay tuned because at the end of the video, I'm actually going to go to Chase's website and apply. I'm going to input all the data points that I'm going to go over, so you don't want to miss that. Okay. Number one, you want to make sure you have a credit score, but above 720 across all three credit bureaus. Okay. That is a non-negotiable. Number two, you want to make sure you don't have any negative items. So that means no collections, no charge-offs, no late payments, no bankruptcies, none of that. If you're in that boat and you need help, you need credit repair, comment the word credit repair below and we'll reach out to you. We work with a credit repair company that does an amazing job. And I'm sorry, that is something you need to work on before you go and apply with Chase, as they're very picky. Okay. Number three, you cannot have more than 3 hard inquiries in the last 6 months. So pull up your credit report and look to see how many inquiries do you have. Now that you know that number, see how many were done in the last 6 months. If you have more than 3 in the last 6 months, I would wait to apply, or I would go the inquiry removal route. If you have a lot of them on Experian, you can always call them and have them removed within 24 hours. If you need help, if you have more than you can handle, we do work with people that need that service. So if that's you and you want help removing inquiries, comment below the word inquiries and we'll reach out to you and see how we can help. Okay. Number 4, it says 524 rule. What does that mean? Chase, like I said, is very picky. And so what that means is within 24 months, which equals 2 years, within 2 years, Chase does not want you to have more than 5 open accounts. Okay. So let's say you have more than 7 open accounts in the last 2 years. That's going to be a no-go and you're most likely going to get denied right away. And so the only way to bypass that, guys, the only way I've seen the 524 rule go out the window is if you apply with a business relationship manager. Now, you can find them in branch, but they're highly sought after. They're not available to just anyone. You have to have a connection to one. And because we are a business funding company, we have a connection with one. So if that's you, if you find yourself that you want a very high limit, you have good credit, but you have like 7 open accounts in the last 2 years and you want our help, we can connect you to our banker and they can bypass that. Okay. So again, if that is you, click on the link below so you can book a call with us and talk about your business funding options, or leave a comment below saying business funding. Number 5, you want to have at least 15K in revolving personal credit limits. What does that mean? Okay. So revolving, meaning you have at least 3 or 4 credit cards that amount to $15,000 or more. So let's say you have one that's 5,000, another one that's 5,000, and then a third one that's also 5,000. You've met your 15,000 quota. Obviously, the more revolving credit, the better. Okay. So a sweet spot is anywhere from like 30K all the way up to like 80K. The more revolving you have, the thicker your credit profile is, the more funding that you're going to be able to access, not just with Chase, but with other banks. Okay. Now, having a whole bunch of authorized inquiries is not going to cut it, guys. The banks can see right through that. They want to see what you personally have on your credit first. Okay. So if you don't have that much, if you need to, increase your credit age, if you need to add more revolving accounts, if you need to just thicken the credit profile even more, I'm going to put the link below to a video we've already done on how to add 5 credit builder accounts to your credit report. Okay. So make sure you watch that video below so you can see how you can increase those ages and thickness of the profile. Okay. Number 6, business checking account is highly, highly suggested. Yes, you can apply without a business checking account and you might get approved, but the results are not the same. Banks love relationships. They want to lend to people that they have a relationship with. So I highly suggest you open up a business bank account with them. You add some cash, anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000. The more cash, the better. Banks love that, right? So you want to at least wait 30 days from the account opening before you pull the trigger on application. Let it season it a little bit. Don't be in such a hurry. A lot of the credit game is patience, and a lot of people try to rush the process and they get denied. They get a whole bunch of inquiry. You don't want to do that. Be smart. Okay. Be smart. You also want to be in a low risk industry. We always like to tell clients that consulting companies get the most funding. If you're in real estate, trucking, Airbnb, restaurant, those are high risk, guys. Okay. So you can still be in there. Just don't go to the bank and tell them you're doing that. Just say that you're in the consulting space, which most companies are in consulting anyways, because you're consulting a service. Okay. They pull from Experian, guys. So if you're on the West Coast, I've seen that they pull from Experian. I have had clients East Coast, like New Jersey and Florida, that get double pulled, which is a little unfortunate. So that means they'll get a hard pull on TransUnion and a hard pull on Experian. So be mindful of that. That's why I said your credit has to be pristine across the board. Okay. Hope that helps. I'm going to go ahead and go over to the Chase website to apply for a credit card. Below this video, there's a link to apply for that particular credit card that I'm about to show. So make sure you click the link in the video so that you can get the maximum amount of points. Okay. So here we are. We're looking at the 0% for 12 months. Chase has 0% for 12 months. And so what I would do is I would click on this one and hit apply. Okay. Now I'm actually not going to hit the apply button. I already have this card. I don't want another card. I'm just going to input the data points so that you guys can see and you guys could literally replicate what I'm doing and explain a little bit about how this application works. Okay. So first question, I am a member of my LLC. For sakes of this video and privacy, I'm going to use fake names, okay? Sam Smith is my name for today. We're going to put date of birth. We're going to make something up. Mother's maiden name. Put that on there. Okay. So right here, you're going to put your social security number because again, you're going to be personally guaranteeing this credit card with your good credit. So go ahead and put your social security number there. And then this is where you're going to put your home personal address. Okay. So put that on there. Obviously I'm making up a whole bunch of stuff. Put it on there. State, let's say I'm in Florida, put your email address on there, put your phone number on there, total gross annual income. This is the important part. Okay. So this is talking about how much money you make personally. Okay. So remember, you can add everybody's income in the house. So let's say you live with 4 people, brother, sister, mom, dad, cousin, whatever they make, add all that numbers up and put that on there. So if there's 4 people and together they make 250, make sure you put 250 on there. If you guys make more, then put more. Okay. If you have alimony, child support, add that on there too. Okay. Business. Okay. So are you an LLC or are you like a C Corp or S Corp? So most of the times, most people have LLCs. So pick respectively business name, put your business name on there. Does your business use another name like a trademark? Mines don't have a DBA. I don't use another name. So I always say no to mines. Now, here is where you're going to put your EIN number for the business. So again, put that number in. Is your business physical address the same as your personal address? Most of the times this should be no, because you have a virtual business address. And if you don't, I highly suggest you get a virtual business address. I like the website called ipostal1.com. You buy an address, you set it up under that address. So that way there isn't a piercing of the veil. There isn't a home linked to this LLC. Homes, they're not safe, guys. Like if I look you up and you put your home address, I look up your business name, I'm going to see where you live. I don't think you want people seeing where you live, right? So I highly suggest getting a business address. So that's where you would input that. Now, if you have a home as your address listed, hey, that's fine. But I'm just saying the best results are when you have, the business address in place. Now, number of employees. Now, this can be also for the future. So if you are planning to have a big business and make a lot of money, which everyone's planning to make a lot of money, you're expecting to hire employees. So I'm expecting to have at least 5 employees. So you can round up and think about, hey, in the future, I want to have a marketing person. I want to have a social media person. I want to have a administrative person. So put however many employees you have or wish to have in the future. Okay. Put your business phone number on there. When was this LLC established? Now, go ahead and put the month and the year. Boom, boom. That is not a factual year. Let's say 05, 03, 2022. Now, if you just open your LLC, don't apply if it's less than 3 months old. Okay. Wait 3 months before you hit apply. It just works better that way. Okay. Annual business rev is very important because this is how they're going to determine what the limit is going to be on your credit card. And a lot of people get tripped up here, but it's really simple. Just make sure that you estimate how much you think you're going to make projected for the year. So if you're in ecom, you can make great money. Some people can make up to like 500K. If you are in real estate, people make amazing money in real estate. So be factual, be like project the right amount of numbers, right? And then put whatever it is that you think this business is going to make. We're in the business of making money, so be optimistic, okay? Now, this is where you're going to make sure you do this correctly, because if you don't, you're going to get categorized as a very high risk industry. So what I like to do is always click on professional, scientific, tech, business type. We go down here to management and then business subtype. We go to admin general, and then the NAICS code already pops up, which is a NAICS code for consulting companies. Okay. Estimated monthly spend. Be realistic. The more money that you spend on a monthly basis, the more they're inclined to give you a higher limit. Okay. And so for us, we have a business funding company. We spend a lot on ads. So we spend over $30,000 a month on ads. So be realistic. If you're in e-commerce, you're obviously going to be spending a lot of money on merchandise. So put that correctly. Okay. If you have multiple partners, put how much you own on that business. I'm a member, so I'm 100% owner. Okay. Do you want employee cards? I always say no. You could do that later once you get approved. Okay. Paperless. Yes. And then that's it. You've agreed. And then you click submit. Again, I'm not going to click submit. I don't want this card. It's a whole bunch of fake info, but you get two things when you hit submit. Number one, you get approved. Yay. Let's go. So if you did get approved, go ahead in the comments below. Show me what the approval amount was for. Let's celebrate. Number two, you can get a pending in review. Okay. So if you get a pending in review, that's fine. They just most likely need to verify identity. Okay. So I'm also going to link the phone number to call. You're going to call Chase right away. I'm also going to put it at the bottom of the screen, and you're going to say, hey, I just applied and I wanted to see if you guys needed any information from me. And then usually they ask you a couple questions and boom, you get your approval. If you get a denial, you can also call the number and ask them exactly why you got denied. Or sometimes you do have to wait for a letter to come to your house to find out exactly what happened. Okay. Now, if you like this video, if you want more of this type of content, smash the like button, go ahead and comment below. If you're looking for business funding, and I'm talking high limits, right? Like 75K on one Chase credit card, hit us up. Click the link below. There's a link for business funding. So if you book that call, we'll be able to get on a call, determined to see if you are a fit for us, right? We got to be a fit. And if so, we'll connect you with our Chase guy and get you locked in with some funding. I promise you, if you follow these steps, you're going to see results. All right, guys, see you in the next video.